How's it going? I'm Braedon Flynn, host of the Artist Report. I'm on my way out to Vegas right now and going to be having some conversations with some amazing people. Can you introduce yourself?
I am Lexia Frank, a photographer.
A photographer, and what do you specialize in?
Really, really good photography.
That's the best answer I've heard all night. And you do take beautiful photos. So would love to hear just a little bit about your story, where you're from and just sort of what you do and what you love.
Well, I'm kind of from all over. We started in Wisconsin, the accent. Wisconsin, cheese curds, beer. And then we moved down to Florida for a little while. I was born in Colorado, but now we live in Portland, Oregon, which we love. Love it.
I'm slightly jealous. I've been up in Seattle a bunch recently, and I am pretty madly in love with the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, it kind of has all the best of everything. You've got the coast, you've got the mountains, you've got the great arts culture, and lots of really cool hipsters. You would fit in really well there. You've got the bow tie, the hair, you've got it. If you have a leather satchel and a film camera, you're golden. You can fit in Portland.
That's all you need?
That's all you need. That's it.
All right, I can move there then.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, for me, the coastline, like I live by the beach, but I'm down in Southern California, and the coastline down there is just like nothing in comparison to what you've got up in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, we've got the cliffs, and you can find at any given time tons of driftwood and some sea stars, all different colors. It's pretty much magical.
Love that. Could you talk about just things that you are inspired by and just sort of how you keep your photography fresh?
That's funny. Things that I'm inspired by, I once heard a quote that you can shoot the best, or the best things to shoot are the things that are closest to you. And I kind of take that to heart. So I'm always photographing my kids, my two little boys, who are just awesomely cute. I'm a little bit biased, but they're ridiculous. And so moments and, love, all that kind of, it's kind of sappy, but it's like genuinely sappy. Like I like the little moments. So that's what I do.
Amazing. Do you know Yan Palmer?
I love Yan. She just photographed my family this summer. Unreal. The woman's amazing. She is magical.
Yeah. I feel like she's someone who's pretty incredible at captivating those personal life moments.
Absolutely. Yeah. She is such an inspiration. And she was so great with my kids. When you come in, I think part of the reason why I love what I do is I get to enter into other people's lives, and I can see what's going on, and it's kind of intimate. And you can see, all their love and all their little nuances, and I like it.
Awesome. And then, so you would say, do you do other personal work outside of your own family, or is that mostly like just documenting that as sort of your release and what keeps you interested?
No, I do. I do a lot of personal work. I travel all the time. All I do are destination weddings. I don't really do anything local other than portraits. But so when I travel, I'm always taking photos of the local culture there. And I have an art major. So actually, photography is not my only outlet. Drawing, illustration, and developing my own silver gelatin prints. Those are all things I love.
Cool. And so just in regards to photography and either projects or sort of where you're going or what you're doing, do you have stuff that you're excited about right now?
Yeah. I'm always working on a personal project. I'm always trying to advance what I'm doing. We're building a wonderful dark room in our house right now, which will be really nice for some personal work. All that kind of stuff.
And then why is your choice film over digital? Do you shoot both? It sounds like you shoot Super 8, you shoot other video, all that whole process?
Yeah, well, really film is a convenience thing for me. Of course, it's beautiful and lovely and all that, but I started out in film. My dad gave me a camera when I was just a preteen and took me out and said, you are allowed to use my SLR, my Nikon SLR, if and only if I never catch you using auto. It must be on manual. You must be thinking for yourself and not letting the camera do any thinking for you. And so since I learned young, it was just a language that I understood from the beginning. Never knew anything else. And so it just naturally progressed throughout art school and college, taking photography classes. I actually got my worst grade in photography class ever. I was like that straight and narrow student, and I tried to get into this photography class that was only allowed for juniors and seniors. But as a sophomore, I like weaseled my way in because I so desperately wanted to take it. The professor was not happy, and he was an old grumpy type. And so he had it out and was determined that I was not going to do well. And I was equally as determined that I was going to freaking rock it. So if the assignment was 20 prints mounted, I was going to freaking do 25 prints mounted. Like, I was going to kill it. But yeah, in one of the critiques, he took one of my photos. After the critique was done, he went up, grabbed one of the photos, ripped it off the backing, tore it up, and threw it down. And I was like, a little 19-year-old girl in this class with seniors and grad students and trying to hold the tears back. But it was a great learning experience. It taught me that, presentation is everything. It doesn't matter the quantity of prints, it matters the quality. Would have been better to do just the 20 prints and make sure that they were sealed perfectly to that backer board. Nobody would have been ripping them off. So yeah, that was a great experience. And so I started in film, long story short. Started in film, that's where my love is. I tried digital for 2 years. I got my first digital camera and I cried. It's a true story. Husband had to calm me down and say, no, I'm like, there's so many buttons. I just want to change my aperture. Why is the lens not working? So it took a little while to get used to digital, and then in the end, I just went back to my first love and what I knew and what I feel comfortable with. And, there's nothing like getting your negatives back and, having that wait time. It's like freaking Christmas every time I get scans back. So I like it.
Love that. Well, hey, thanks so much. And where can people find your work?
At LexiaFrank.com.
Excellent. Thanks so much for your time. Looking forward to hanging out later. Alrighty, bye.
Please don't tell them just where I went. I don't want anybody else in the world to know.